Why is it so important for a man to let his beard grow out?
Let me begin with an advertisement. I have a website, which you've heard me advertise before, InsideChassidus.org. And I have a class on beards in a special section. I think it's called Life Lessons, where I discuss beards. I spent a whole hour talking about beards, and I would advise you to check it out. In that class, I made 3 points. And it's based to a great degree on the tshuva from the Frierdiker Rebbe. It's the only tshuva of the Frierdiker Rebbe in Nigle. The first is halacha, that the Tzemach Tzedek paskins that shaving a beard is in the category of leisilbash, of beautifying oneself, which only a woman is allowed to do and a man is not allowed to do. And he holds that it's also midiraisa. And therefore, it's not only a question of hashchasa, in other words, shaving with a razor, but if you shave ke'ein tad, nafilu shalei ke'ein tad, it's not allowed because a man is not allowed to beautify himself. This is the position of the Tzemach Tzedek. And in Russia, where the Tzemach Tzedek was the Paisik, you have to follow the Tzemach Tzedek, and therefore the whole tshuva is about a German shoichet who shaves, can eat his shechita. So previous Rebbe says, if he'd be Russian, you wouldn't be able to eat his shechita, because in the Russia where the Tzemach Tzedek is the Paisik, shaving a beard is a lack of Yiras Shamayim. But he comes from Germany, and over there there's other paskim. That's the whole question. But that's one. The second issue, of course, is that a beard has to do with the Yud Gil Midas Arachim. It's Kabbalistic. It's mystical. And this is a very serious thing, that the Yud Gimel, the beard is a kli for all kinds of brachas of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And of course, you could see the film, they gave it out a while back, of Beryl Weiss, alav hashalom. Beryl Weiss was very close to the Rebbe, very close to the Rebbe. And they did an interview with him, where he asked the Rebbe in Yechidus for Torah Gedula b'makam echad. For Torah and Gedula, means wealth and Torah together. And it's a long story with many details. But the end of the story was, the Rebbe said to him, if you want to have Torah and Gedula together, Mustafa Loz Nabar, you have to grow a beard. And he didn't understand at first what the Rebbe was saying, because he has a different Yiddish, and the Rebbe had to repeat it. So he went home and started to shave, and his wife protested. I think the Rebbe had told him that he has to make sure his wife approves. So he shaved. Anyway, this happened a couple of times. The end of the story is that one time, I don't know if he had his wife's permission or didn't have wife's permission, but the bottom line is he let his beard grow. And then later, when he came to the Rebbe, and he had his beard, the Rebbe counted off $13 and gave it to him. But not once, 2 or 3 different times. His beard became very, very large. You know, when you shave and then you don't shave, the beard becomes like a big rabbi. And he had this very large beard. And on a number of occasions, the Rebbe gave him $13 to represent the Yud Gimel Midas Arachim. This is a second point. So there's the halachic issue, and then there's the Kabbalistic issue. But then there's the third point. And I want you to know that this third point, although it's outside of the parameters of strict halach and Kabbalah, it's really very, very important. When people used to talk to the Rebbe about a beard, the Rebbe used to say, Aposh Tazach. People make pictures of Moshe Rabbeinu. No one knows how he looked. People make pictures of Aaron HaKohen. Nobody knows how he looked. People make pictures of any tzaddik or gadol b'Yisrael. They all make them with big beards. Why? Why? Maybe they shaved, maybe they trimmed. And the answer is, it's a trademark of a Yid. A Yid geht mit a bard. A Jew wears a beard. And the wearing the beard is not only a question of halacha, a question of Kabbalah. This is what a Jew is. A Yid geht mit a bard. And for that reason alone, it's very significant to wear a beard, because it identifies you as a Ben Avraham, Yitzchak, v'Yankiv. They have a book, which is called Makadosh Yisrael, about the Rebbe's officiating at weddings. Now, when the Rebbe officiated at weddings, which was mostly during the 1950s, he made 2 rules as preconditions to his Siddur Kedushin. One was that the Kala would wear a sheitel. Not that the opposite of a sheitel was being uncovered, but the Rebbe didn't want girls to wear hats or tichlach. The Rebbe felt that they would uncover a little bit and a little bit more. The Rebbe wanted dafke sheitlach. The Rebbe didn't care how beautiful the sheitlach were, but he wanted a sheitel and a beard. And you had to give these 2 conditions, and if the chassan and kala agreed, then the Rebbe would be Masada Gedush. There's a story about a Yid who refused to grow his beard. And then the day before, he told the Rebbe, "Willst nicht, darf man nicht. If you don't want, I don't need, I'll get somebody else." So one of these people came to the Rebbe the day of the wedding and told the Rebbe that he's prepared to grow a beard. And the Rebbe told him, "Now it's too late." He says, "Why? The chuppah is in a few hours." So the Rebbe said to him, "You're not interested in me, you're interested in die, was kommen zusammen mit mir, those who come along with me, and for this I need more time." So a lot of the Roshim who were working, they never went to yeshiva, they were working to support their mothers and their brothers, were clean shaven, and as they got married, they would grow beards, and the Rebbe was Masad Gedush. One of them was a Yid by the name of Beryl Raskin. This is Raskin, the fish store on Kingston Avenue. So he tells an interesting story that when he and his Kala went into the Rebbe for the bracha for the Shidduch, so of course he asked if the Rebbe would be Masad Kedushin, and the Rebbe said that the Kala has to ask, and this was very standard, the Kala would ask, and then the Rebbe said to him, in Yiddish, the Rebbe said to him, "Ich wollte sehr gewollt, das als verlassen abort. I really would like you to grow a beard. Nicht weil ich heiß, not because I'm telling to you, but as is richtig, that's the way it should be. The Tata deine gehat abort, your father had a beard. The Zayde deine gehat abort, your grandfather had a beard, you should have a beard." And of course, the condition was that if he'd grow a beard, the Rebbe would be Masad Gedush. A few weeks later, Rabbi Chadikov calls him. And Rabbi Chadikov asks him, when is he going to go to the Ohel next? Now understand that in those days, he almost never went to the Ohel. It's not like now. So he tells Rabbi Chadikov the day of the wedding. So Rabbi Chadikov says that the Rebbe wants him to go now. Shouldn't wait till the day of the wedding. And the reason was, quote, the Rebbe wants at the Rebbe de Shver zol dir zen mit in Tzelem Elokim, that the previous Rebbe should see you with the Tzelem Elokim, that you look like godly. The Tzelem Elokim, the Jewish countenance, the godly countenance as Megit Betabard. You wear a beard.